So happy to see you again.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here on a visit.
On a visit. So how long ago did you leave the clinic?
Well, now it has been at least 3 years. I know in 2006 I was still undergoing treatment.
I can't believe when I saw you today, I wouldn't say that more than a year.
I know. Time flies.
And you look so great.
Thank you.
Your eyes are glowing. That's fantastic.
Thank you. You know, I believe this actually started in 2002, and I had a rash on my breast. And so I called my doctor, and we treated it with antibiotics. 2 rounds of antibiotics. Didn't work. So when I went back in, my doctor said, I think you have inflammatory breast cancer. I said, no, I don't want to hear that. Yes, I think you do. And so she sent me to a specialist right away, who would be a surgeon, and that doctor verified that there was a lump under my arm, in my armpit. And it definitely was inflammatory breast cancer, and so the treatment was going to be very heavy chemotherapy, followed by radiation, well, I don't know, there was a mastectomy someplace in there. I don't know where that was going to be, but someplace in the treatment. But it was inflammatory breast cancer, which they don't have a real high, and she lived 2 years, and it sounded like if I made it through all the treatment, I would have from 2 to 5 years. Please, give me 30 days to think about this, because it just it just doesn't sound so good. So I found Dr. Aldrin in Phoenix and declined all of the conventional treatment, and I did a year of IPT. The treatments were $2,800 a week. I did them for a year. I went through all my inheritance. I taught care of my 85-year-old father and played for church on Saturdays through that treatment. But it held the tumors constant, but there was no, it wasn't fixing anything. It just wasn't growing more. And had I not come to VCI, I wouldn't have that retrospective to share with you. But the numbers were not going down. They were just staying steady. And I took a 2-week break after a year to take my father back to Iowa, and it just went, the cancer, the numbers, markers went crazy. And I told Dr. Aldrin I didn't have any more money to continue with this. And he said, I want you to talk, call Dr. He said, to get some low-dose radiation, and we better see about getting a mastectomy. Well, and the cancer is now in my neck. It is in my neck as well as growing in my breast, as far as we could tell. And so I went and spoke with a surgeon who was going to perform the mastectomy, and I said, well, what about the cancer in my neck? Well, there isn't anything we can do about that. And then I called Dr. Beecher. And it was one of the doctors, I believe Wolstein, that I spoke to, and he said, why are you having a mastectomy if it's already spread to your neck? It's too late for you to have a mastectomy. He said, we have a very high success rate with inflammatory breast cancer here. Come down and let's see what we can do. And the rest is history. It was a remarkable experience. We would get one tumor gone and another one would pop up. And we get one gone and 2 or 3 more would pop up. But we stayed with the program, and it was remarkable to watch the tumors disappear on the PET scans, to watch those cancer markers go down so remarkably every week, and to never be sick. I had champagne and eggs bolognese every day at the cafe, the Beach 21 cafe. You know, I went to jazz clubs. So I felt wonderful.
So the treatment didn't make you sick?
Never. No, not when you're lying there listening to classical music and you have a little silver bell you ring if you need a glass of water or anything. You know, the care, the treatment was wonderful, very thoughtful. And then Dr. Wolstein kind of took all the fears away. You know, without being a Pollyanna, You know, the numbers were there. And at the end, he said, we've done our job. You know, we can't, just because we have cancer, we can't be afraid to live. We must continue to live. And this treatment allows you to do that. I was never unhappy.
That's important.
Except for the blood tests. I did not like the blood work.
Poking into your...
Correct. And I still don't.
All right. That's understandable.
Yeah. Well, I have a whole chapter in my book recommending this treatment, the cornfield heiress, which you can find at cornfieldheiress.com. But I have a whole chapter on valley cancer.
Could you show it to me, please?
Yes. Well, this is the book, Cornfield Heiress, and I inherited a cornfield, and it was by selling the cornfield that I was able to afford the alternative treatments. Now, my insurance paid for all of my treatments here. There was no out-of-pocket money here.
Caroline, it was a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you.
I just wanted to mention that this is totally unprepared. I just
very impromptu.
To you.
Yeah.
And it was wonderful.
Thank
you so much. I
You're
really
welcome.
appreciate it.
Bye.
Sit.
Up. No, fancy.
She wants to rest.
I think she's too tired.